Welcome, everyone. Just a bit outside radio show, live on the air, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. If you joined us earlier, then we're back with audio. I can see the lines moving on the audio mixer, so you can hear us this time. That's the bottom line. As always, you got Mark, you got Keisha, and Keisha. When we tried this the first time, I threw it to you like usual, but we're a little bit behind now, so. Usually we do the around town and everything, then we go to the stories, but I don't know if you want to expedite things or if you just want to get into stories or how you want to do this.
Yeah, we're gonna speed things up a little bit and just jump right into it.
All right. So if we're jumping right into it, I got something special for you.
Oh shit! Okay.
All right.
I'm scared.
Think about the tune of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the theme song. You know the show?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm choking right now. Damn. All right. Now, this is a story all about how LeBron's life got turned upside down. I'd like to take 24 years to sit right here and tell you how he became the king of a town called Philadelphia. In South Philadelphia, he's going to play in his mansion is where he spends most of his days, flipping all around the court like a goof, telling Bronny that he's just as cool when a couple of execs who were in a snorting mood started throwing money around his neighborhood. He was injured half the season, and Savannah got scared, and she said, "You're moving with Jaden and Joel to Philadelphia."
Mark, yo.
How you like that?
Man, I swear to God, you never cease to amaze me, man. I'm telling you. Good things. And, since you opened up with that, I got a little joke for everyone. I think LeBron James has got to be the only person that has moved from Bel Air to Philadelphia.
Right?
Yes, what is happening out there? First of all, how surprised were you at the supposed final announcement? Because, let's be real. I don't believe anything LeBron James says anymore. I don't believe that this is the final announcement, but whatever. Were you shocked?
When we had talked about it before, I had mentioned that Philadelphia was being considered, but I didn't think that they were legit, a top candidate. So yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah, I was also shocked as well. I was fully convinced that he would end his career in Cleveland, even though that door's still open because I won't believe it until I see it. But, the one thing that we were right about was, the whole Miami situation.
Yeah.
And, the details of the deal is 2 years, $8 million?
Something like that, yeah.
Were you surprised with the terms? Were you surprised with the money? I kind of was more surprised at that than him landing in Philly.
Yeah, and I was surprised this 2-year deal. It's going to be just like every other LeBron deal where they'll revisit it after a year. Everyone will have options.
Oh, of course.
Out. But, yeah, I think everything about this deal is kind of surprising all around.
Yeah, but, lo and behold, he's in Philly. Of course, everyone in Philadelphia is rejoicing because they feel like they are some, legit contenders now.
Suckers.
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
I will answer that question with a question. How many championships did he bring LA?
Jesus. Are we counting the one in the bubble?
we unfortunately count that one. But it has that asterisk.
Yeah. I mean, for a franchise that hasn't won a championship since '83, it's a desperation move.
Yeah.
Right? But, they've put together, I would say a legitimate squad. You know, I mean, you got Joel Embiid, you got Tyrese Maxey. You know, they recently added Jaylen Brown, so on paper it looks great. You know, my concerns are health.
Yep.
Because let's face it, LeBron James is probably going to play, 50-60% of the games. Joel Embiid can't get right to save his life. So, what happens? Because there will be a time where they're both not available.
Yeah.
And I would even take it as far as to say there will be periods, stretches of time when they're not going to be available. I mean, I just think this whole thing is just one hellified crapshoot. If it works out, it'll be one of the greatest moves of all time. But I mean, it has the potential to be a freaking disaster. Because I mean, it just seems like outside the team is heavily dependent on these all-star starters.
Yep.
And with the past season, watching the teams that went far, especially when it came to the New York Knicks, that bench is very important. That bench is very important. I just don't know. I'm not going to love anything that happened. You knew I wasn't going to love anything that happened. Any outcome. But, I just feel like there are a lot of question marks here. And, I don't know, this will be the talk of the town until the first game is played.
Yeah. And I mean, it seemed like, Philadelphia, they seemed poised to win a championship like a decade ago, and then kind of had some step backs, and then they seemed on the right track. And then they went out and got Jaylen, and it was like, okay, this team's serious. And then they got Braun, it was like, are they serious? It's like putting all your hopes in the Braun basket, and I don't know. And of course, there is already a rumor swirling right before he signed that whatever team gets him, they might have to try to get Bronny somehow, which is if that's true, that's ridiculous.
Oh, man. I don't know. If LeBron James pushes that envelope, I don't know. He'll just reach all new low with me. I really hope that that's, not the case.
Yeah.
For real. Will they be able to contend with the Heat and the New York Knicks? I think off the top, and we'll wait and see what the odds are looking like. I should have checked them before the show, but the odds and everything is driven by excitement, right? So you would have to almost think if it's not Miami at the top, then it probably will be Philadelphia. Just to start off.
The East Coast is stacked, though. I mean,
yeah.
Detroit, Boston, I could see this being backfiring big time in Philadelphia. It's sad to say.
And also at the same time too, I think it was a big mistake for Boston to let Jaylen Brown go. But I mean, we talked about that too. There may be other factors involved with that, but yeah, I mean, like you said, a lot of room for opportunity in the East Coast. So, I mean, at the very least, it's going to make for a great season.
Yeah, there'd be drama.
Yeah, and the Philadelphia in the past hasn't fared very well in the playoffs. They were expected to go deep last year. They did not. Man, I tell you, I wouldn't put money on it. That's for sure.
Put $1, because then you'd be winning a lot.
Yeah. That's probably about the only thing that's worthwhile. You can put $1 to $5 on it if you want to for shits and giggles. But yeah, that's that with the NBA. That's the big news. Just expect to hear about this for the next 2 months. I think that's the most irritating thing out of everything. But yeah, that's that.
Yep.
Since we're talking about basketball, we might as well move it over to the ladies. It was all about the ladies this weekend with the professional basketball, as it was another All-Star weekend, this time in Chicago, which, coincidentally, did not have any All-Stars playing in the game, which is, I don't know, kind of weird. I got to look up when the last time that has happened. And I remember at the beginning of the season, I was pretty hyped, about Chicago. We were, shocked that with the Angel Reese deal, but then we were also shocked at all the talent that they, brought to the table, but it just does not seem to be working out, A lot of the fans are unhappy. A lot of the fans are unhappy with the coaching. So, in relation to what we were just talking about, throwing a bunch of, great players together isn't always the answer.
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta, I guess, have the right plan, the right formula. But nonetheless, I feel like another successful, weekend for the WNBA. Viewership was always high. They brought back the 72-hour Stud Bud stream, which, created all types of chaos and havoc. Lots of drama, lots of scandal. People are cheating on each other. People are dating each other's teammates. I'm not going to get into all that, but there are some things worth noting. First of all, I might as well give a shout out to Team Spoon, who won the game, 129 to 122. Okay, and with that dub, I think the biggest winner of the night was Jonquel Jones, right, who was the All-Star MVP. And with that, she broke a little history.
Really?
Yeah, she is the first WNBA player to get regular season MVP, Finals MVP, Commissioner's Cup MVP, and now All-Star MVP. So, she did the damn thing. We'll call it, I guess, the cycle. Or whatever. Yeah, that's even better. I like that. Grand Slam of MVP. So, she will definitely go down in history, and, I would even go as far as to say, kind of solidified herself for a Hall of Fame spot post-career.
Yeah.
That was a great story. Another great story, AZ Fudd. I don't know if you heard about this, but AZ Fudd, she was the number 1 overall pick in 2026. She was not elected to play in the All-Star game, which was, I think that was the first time that has happened. Number 1 pick has not been, selected the first time in like 5 years. However, she did put her little mark on All-Star Weekend, as she won the 3-point contest. First time a rookie was to ever do that. Nice. That was super cool. Also, we had some, our hometown girls. You know how much we love Citron and Shakira Austin and all the ladies from the Mystics. Team Mystics won the Shooting Stars Challenge. Okay? And they had an old familiar face join Shakira Austin. They had Elena Della Dawn out there.
Nice.
competing, and they won, which of course prompted, I don't want to say idiots, but prompted a lot of fans to say, oh, we got to bring Della Dawn back. And you know what, you guys? You piss me, you folks managed to piss me off every month, dude, with their illusions of grandeur and their fandom and just not taking things for what they are and seeing the reality of the situation. In no lifetime do we need to give up anything that we have right now for as much as I love her for Della Dawn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys. Like, saying that is a complete disrespect to Shakira Austin, complete disrespect to Kiki. You know, I mean, these are all-star players and players who have been doing particularly well this year. You know, for the Mystics to have one of the youngest, if not the youngest teams in the league, they've been kind of doing the damn thing. They may not be at the top of the rankings, but they're definitely not a team that you're going to walk all over.
Yeah.
You know, they recently had some big dubs. You know, they beat the Aces. They beat the Valkyrie, who's been, you know, jamming. So, you know, we talked about the team that they have, you know, put together, the questions that surrounded that, and I feel like at this point, you know, we're halfway through, we can, you know, really safely and start to say with a little more confidence, like, you know, this team has a future.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if the playoffs were to start today, like, they'd be in. They'd be in the last
Yeah.
spot, but they'd be in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They may not be at the top, but they are definitely in that slot, or they definitely have that feel of, ooh. Especially after they beat the Aces, I don't think that there's anybody that would be like, oh, out of all of the teams, I'd love to play the Mystics in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And if you're a basketball fan from DC, because let's face it, there's absolutely no fucking hope for the Wizards. You better get on board. Because these girls, they got something going on, man, and I'm really starting to believe it. I'm really excited, you know, for the future with these girls. I really am. And, you know, one of the things that I love about them the most is their coach. You know, he may not be the best coach in the league, but he's the best coach for them, right? I mean, I don't know if you've seen any clips of this guy, but, you know, he's off the chain. And for a younger generation, right, that loves to be on social media, that loves to turn up, man, he'd be right in there he'd be right in the thick of it with him, which is a lot of fun to see. I mean, after the win against the Aces, this dude runs into the locker room. I mean, they're already hyped, screaming and hollering and everything, but he runs into the locker room and just like dives on the ground and is like screaming and hollering, and it was so wild. Like, the video shows how all of the players were like shocked. They're still not completely used to this dude, but they were shocked. But it was more so like, you know, this coach dad is wild, you know, and I love it, man. I love it for them. I cannot tell you how excited I am for the squad, man. They really did a good job. Shout out to the Mystics, man. Big deal. Big deal.
Harry says the Mystics need a point guard. They will be fine in 2 years.
Hey, Harry, let me ask you about this. Do you feel like Rory could get some more playing time? Throw that answer in the chat. In the meantime, we're going to keep it moving because it is now officially football, like what, preseason?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Training camp. Ravens. It's underway at the Under Armour Performance Center in Owens Mills. You guys know the deal. Quarterbacks reported on the 24th. Veterans will arrive tomorrow. first open public practice is scheduled for Wednesday, the 29th. Right?
Is that at M&T, or is that one at College Park?
No. The one at College Park, I'm actually going to go to that one. That one is on Saturday, August the 1st.
Okay.
I believe it'll be at the center in Owens Mills.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're, from what I'm seeing, from my information, they're talking about off-site parking located at the Metro Center in Owens Mills, where they will also have shuttle buses to transport fans to the facility, which I think is cool. Of course, admission is free. You get up to 4 digital tickets per person. So if you're interested in going to see the Ravens, go to the official Ravens training camp page. I do not have that link or website, but guess what? Google is your friend. It will tell you everything you need to know. I guess we could talk a little bit about, the buzz surrounding the Ravens going into training camp. The biggest buzz is that, we're officially underway with the, Jesse Minter era. He's made his mark already with, his philosophy and way of doing things. And I guess everybody's going to really get a chance to start to see where he's going with that. Right?
Yeah.
That's one. The second big thing, I guess, for me, would be right now, they have 4 quarterbacks on their roster. Right? They just recently let go of that,
Pavia, yeah.
Yeah, undrafted rookie. So, I mean, that's kind of like no surprise. Right? Because you only get, 90 slots.
Yep.
And so they let him go, but that leaves them with Lamar Jackson, of course, Tyler Huntley, Skylar Thompson, and then another undrafted rookie. Hey, yo, the fact that we probably had the same exact thought at the same time.
I didn't think it until I heard you laugh, honestly. You damn homophobe.
Oh, God. I am so sorry, you guys, for my immaturity. Man, how the hell do you say this? Joe. Oh, God.
Fagnano?
Fagnano.
Could be like a silent G, Fagnano.
Yeah, let's go. You know what? Let's go with that. Silent G. Okay. Traditionally, you guys, Ravens keep 2 quarterbacks on the roster, and it's Huntley's job to lose in my eyes. I mean, you're in agreement about that?
Oh, for sure. Which, honestly, I kind of feel bad for Tyler Huntley because he was out there trying to show he could be a starter in the league, but I don't know if it's necessarily a step back for him to come back as a backup, but he's the guy every Ravens fan wants anyway because he's
Mr. Reliable.
He's like Lamar in the game style, and that's what we need at backup. Not like they tried to do with Cooper Rush last year. What the hell was that?
Yeah. We all know that was a clusterfuck of a situation. So, these guys will be, learning a new system under Declan Doyle, who just so happens to be the NFL's youngest play caller. I'm a little bit excited about that, right? Because have I not been screaming we have to go into a younger direction?
Yeah.
As far as that is concerned, I mean, they got that right? And the biggest thing for the Ravens is to kind of clean up, shockingly enough, the defense.
Yeah.
Right? The defense finished 24th last season. How many teams in the fucking NFL? 32? That is unheard of for the Baltimore Ravens. I don't know if that's a franchise low or what, but I'm going to say it is. Because I can't remember the last time that our defense, was that weak on paper.
Right. Yeah. It was bad.
Really bad. They ran it up on us. That's can't say anything else outside of that. So, they have a lot of room for improvement, a lot of hope out there for fans, and everybody's just really eager to get things started and to get the guys out on the field. Are there any stories or any particular positions or players that you have your eye on going into training camp?
Nah, nothing I can think of off the top of my head. Just, it's kind of been a quiet year. Not big stories coming out of it. Training camp starts, Wednesday? So,
yeah.
But, usually there's some kind of buzz going ahead, like right before training camp starts. It doesn't seem like there's any major stories. Maybe that's a good thing. No drama. I guess maybe the one guy I want to see because there's so much controversy and how he was brought in.
I was surprised. Oh, okay. Go ahead. I'm wondering if you're going where I think you're going. But go ahead.
Trey Hendrickson. He's the linebacker.
Ooh. Okay.
From what was it, the Bengals? Bengals or Browns?
Yes.
Yeah. And,
biggest free agent signing.
Yeah, which we had traded for Max Crosby, which everyone loved, and then that fell through. And
thank you for reopening that wound. I had almost completely forgotten about that.
And then they went out to get Trey, who, legit, if you're not going to get Max Crosby, you get Trey Hendrickson. And people, dogged on the Ravens. They will throughout the season for it, too, I'm sure, cheaters and everything. But that's the way the cookie crumbled. We got Trey. If we need to boost that defense, I hope the dude lives up to the hype.
Yeah, there a lot of people are also talking or have their eye on, Rashad Bateman. All right, a lot of people are saying that they want him to take a step up because in 2025 he had a career low, 224 yards receiving. And when I read that earlier today, I was kind of surprised. I didn't realize how underproductive this guy was, right? And, you need to have a legit number 2 target to take the pressure off of Zay.
Yep.
So, it'll be interesting to see what Minter and Declan can come up with to give him a bigger role in the offense and to make him a more efficient player because, let's face it, 225, 24 yards, that's pretty fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
You're not even earning your check doing this shit,
Well, now that we're rid of the Harbaugh curse, we don't have a old receiver coming in to take those yards though, so hopefully he will be the solid number 2 that he is.
Yeah. Let's see. Who I thought you were going to mention, but you didn't go there. Tyler Luke.
Oh no, I'm good on Tyler. Tyler's good, baby.
Yeah, but you know how the fans are, though. Some people got their eye on them because they are jaded. They are still hurt from, last year. Some people are even wondering, why they haven't brought another kicker in. Me personally, I don't think it's fair. I mean, that guy had some pretty hellified shoes to fill. If you want to be mad at anybody, you know who you should be mad at.
Right.
Okay, I mean, he was a rookie that had very limited experience and came into some very high pressure situations. To expect him to handle that like a veteran was just completely unrealistic.
Right.
But I am fully expected Dude to shake that shit off, because to me, out of all of the positions, I think it's sort of kind of easier to shake things off as a kicker as opposed to a quarterback or a wide receiver who has, dropped the ball. I mean, we saw that last year. I mean, there were just some wide receivers that you could not fucking count on, man.
Right.
Just think about CD Lamb a little bit. But the potential to shake that demon off and start anew, I feel like is a little bit easier for the kickers, and I'm hoping that he got himself a sports psychologist, because people are brutal and the boy is young. To prepare him mentally, I'm ready for him to get back on the horse. Right, because I mean, the kid also, he ended on a bad note, but we can't forget the good moments.
Right. Yeah. And
right,
like you said, the fans can be brutal, and I know in the off season there he got engaged, I think, and fans were like talking on his fiance's Instagram. It's like, guys, just don't harass this young lady. What the hell? But I will say I did see a press conference with Tyler, and I want to say it was like during OTAs or something, because it was definitely way past the end of the season. But people were asking about the missed field goal, and if it's still affecting him, still thinking about it. And he said pretty much like he forgot it right after it happened, because that's what you got to do in this game. But he also said that his phone blew up with texts from kickers around the league, retired kickers, people just like giving him support, like don't let this get to you. So it sounds like he has the right mindset. So I'm hopeful. I do want to hit this though. Harry says we owe Tyler.
I wanted to get there. I almost gagged as you was talking when I read some of the comments. Please, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I mean, Harry, man, you're liquid gold. But go ahead.
We owe Tyler Roop a round or two. He's the reason Harbaugh's gone.
Yeah. This is the one that made me gag, though. You want to read the next one?
He's my favorite player besides Lamar and King Henry.
No, Bateman will be gone at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, we've got some doubt. We've got some doubt out there, and with the sharp decline, I can't blame you. Can't blame you. Any other Ravens news or anything else you want to put out there before we kind of move on?
Nothing I can think of. Nah.
Okay, so there you have it, you guys. As the weeks go on, we'll be talking more and more Ravens as we, things get to develop and everything goes down. So look forward to talking more about that in the weeks to come. Football. Let's keep it football. Got a preseason WTF in the building. In the chat, let's enter the chat, as the kids would say. Tony Romo,
I hadn't even heard about that till you said something.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I don't know if you guys have heard or not, but Tony Romo has managed to make the headlines. And, when you make the headlines and you're not a current player, how often is it something good rather than bad? Never. Okay. So, Tony Romo he was in Texas. signed himself up to play in the golf tournament. Everybody knows he's a big golfer.
I thought it was Wisconsin.
I thought it was Texas.
Huh.
Yeah, because it was the M&P Group Texas State Open.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He withdrew from the Texas State Open. Because, yes, he was. I'm sorry, Mark, you're absolutely correct. He was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, having apparently one too many Milwaukee's best.
Hey, I got a buddy up in Wisconsin. You do not want to match them drinking. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I mean, what else are they going to do? They're up there freezing their ass off, and there's no better way to stay warm, right?
Right.
But my man was drinking and driving and got pulled over on I-43 and got himself arrested. So, you know, I would have loved to see the body cam footage on that, man, because let me tell you, I mean, some people still hate Tony Romo, but I dig him. I dig him. I know you're not a fan.
I mean, like, he can be so good on commentary sometimes, then he just acts like a jerk. It's like, what the hell, man?
He's probably drunk those times.
Probably.
No. So, you know, Tony, I hope you get it together, man, because we don't want you messing up your little broadcasting contract there. You know, they're only going to tolerate that once so many times. All right, so let's ease up on that bottle and get things together. WTF moment of the week goes to Tony Romo. Congratulations.
Right.
What else we got on the menu? Oh, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. It's kind of what's going on around town. You know, I won't spend too much time on it because everything just gets started. But in D.C., we have a tennis tournament going down, the City Open. A lot of our favorite players will be playing. Madison Keys, Jessica Pegula, Ben Shelton, Francis Tiafoe. And it's going down just down the road, and when I say just down the road, I really mean like 50 miles. So, you know, your girl's a big tennis fan. She will be in the building. I will be there in multiple capacities. So, you know, next week we'll have a lot to talk about. Hopefully I'll have some good shots and some good content for you all, because you know I'm gonna find some way to get up in there somehow, some way.
Oh yeah.
And I look forward to that with you guys. Let's see. I think that's everything that I had on the menu. Any reel on wrestling?
Well, before that,
Sure.
I was gonna say earlier you did ask Harry about the point guard with the Mystics.
Oh yes.
He did answer you. Right before that, he said, I think the Mystics need to trade Lauren Betts, but I don't know where.
Oh, shit.
Then he says, I believe Georgia and Rory are too small to be starting point guards in the W. Both are 5'6" on a good day. Georgia is bad at defense, and Rory is not an elite shooter. They will draft or pick up a point guard in free agency next year, and then they will be competing with the Fever and the Valkyrie.
Bold statement. I'm gonna book that. I'm gonna lock that in.
This must be breaking news because I didn't see this, but Professor just put in the chat, Eric Bieniemy's wife is in stable condition after being shot by his 27-year-old
Yeah, you know, I saw that, but I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't know all the details to it. But, you know, just judging from the headlines, it's a wild fucking story. Right? And we are all fans. I mean, you're a fan, right?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a fan. And, I mean, just what a tragic story. Jesus, man. I don't know. You know, just prayers goes out to the whole family, and especially to that man. I mean, he's just I mean, he's had his ups, but goddamn, I feel like he just keeps getting tough break after tough break.
Right.
And I mean, if it's not, football related now, it's non-football related. I mean, can this guy get a fucking break?
Right.
And then being shot by your own son. I don't know I don't even know if I want to read the details on that, because I mean that is just truly heartbreaking.
Yeah.
You guys.
There was Kyle Shanahan. He was in a car accident the other day. Like, there's all kinds of craziness going on in the league right now.
Yeah, we just came out of Mercury being in retrograde. Then I read something about Saturn being in retrograde. I mean, can we get a break too?
No more retrograde.
Right, or microbraids or haterade or whatever the hell y'all calling it these days. We need a break from it all. We need the planets to get this shit back together, man, because it has just been absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Wild. You got any real world wrestling for us?
Just this weekend is SummerSlam, 2 days up there.
Nice.
Up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah. Gonna be a good event. Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, they run it back from WrestleMania, this time in Hell in a Cell, so that's always fun. Looking forward to it. Check it out.
All right.
On the ESPN Unlimited. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I think that's it for the evening. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for your comments. You know how much we love and appreciate them. You know how we end this show, Baltimore. Spread love, yo. Give hugs. Times are wild. Stay clean. I don't know what the fuck else to say. The Orioles suck. That's all I got. I'm just completely tapped out.
Hey,
Admiral,
they're not
go ahead.
last in the division anymore.
Man, fuck them. I'm so pissed at them right now. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so mad at them right now. Even though, the door is slightly open, but it would take a freaking miracle, okay? Yeah. Like, I don't know, second coming of Ken Griffey freaking Jr. All of, I don't know. But, as always, you guys, Jesus, FML. I'm Keisha on the other end of the line. It's my favorite slice of pizza, man. My man Mark, and we're just a bit outside. Y'all have a great week. Peace.